Hello, everybody. I'm the solution artist, Bobby F. Perihar. I wanted to come to you here and share with you a really powerful opportunity to be able to learn a language like none other that you've ever seen or experienced before. This is the language of numbers. And I'm not talking about 1 + 1 = 2, even though that's kind of how you add up numbers, right? We're not going to change math. We're not going to rearrange anything. We're only going to add another level of understanding and pull two very unseemingly connected or completely like separate places in order to actually put them together. So for the next few minutes, I think maybe we should be able to get this done in about 10 minutes. Stick with me. What I'm about to share with you guys is the most important information you'll ever know. So as we get into this, we basically look at something, and I'm gonna pull this up for you guys so you can get an idea, firsthand idea of what I'm talking about. When I say that we're going to redefine or we're going to learn a new language, we're going to redefine some numbers here, but we're not going to rearrange them. So what I do for people here, I'm just going to take a look at this guy here. Let's open this up. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. And I want to share with you guys a language set that has completely changed my life. This is numerology. Now, when we take a look at numerology here, we basically look at all of the different numbers that show up. We look at how they show up in cycles. We also show up how they look in names. We also be able to define how they all appear. So when we get a chance to do this, we see that certain letters and certain numbers hold certain different characteristics and certain different pieces of the puzzle to be able to put things in. When we get a chance to do this, you can see numbers in dates. You can see numbers in yourself. You can see numbers in objects and geographical areas. They show up on your places like your telephone, your address, your email, your social media, all of your financial stuff. It basically shows up everywhere. Like, take a minute and think about this. Where do numbers show up for you? Some people go out there and they're like, oh, I always see 1111, or I always see 222 on the clock, or when I looked at my receipt and it was like, and all of these different pieces start to come together and really show you a powerful piece of the puzzle. We get a chance to define these numbers in a new light. So when we're looking at numbers now, we're looking at things like 1, and we see leadership, or 2 is like partnership. 3 would be like creativity. And all of these different numbers hold different nuances or different vibrations for people, things, objects, dates, times, spaces, to hold a characteristic of that number. So when we're looking inside, and this is where it really first started for me, was on the inside of my name, on the inside of my birthday. It was a profound experience because I was more or less stunned to think my name and my birthday suddenly know everything about me. And then, I'm like, all right, let's hear this. And I was like, what? And it took me a few days to recover, literally. And I was just like beside myself. I had to dive in deeper. I had to learn more. I studied. I educated myself. I found mentors. I found people who were out there to help me find a bridge, or to create a bridge rather, to speak this language. If this was available, and now suddenly I could look at the entire world in front of me and see all of the the details, and see all of the underground vibrations. It made me feel like I had some level of control over myself, or level of control or awareness over what I'm doing or why I do the things that I do. It gave me clarity, and it gave me sense of purpose to think that people are going to be interested in finding who they are, finding out who their kids are, finding out what their business says, finding out finding out where their perfect love mate or their soulmate is, to find out why they have limiting beliefs, what holds them back, what challenges them every day, what parts of them are amazing. People are interested in themselves. We all are. We're the most amazing creatures of life that I think how much we stand apart from the animal kingdom. Like, look at that. Clothes, we have language, we have society, civilization, we have economies, and philosophy. Even we search for a deeper spiritual truth, and to think that it's right there in front of you, like, what? This language has a code to it, and I'm here teaching it for you guys. So the next, well, within a 4-day time period, I have done this in 2 days. I don't suggest you do it in one. Even 2 days is tough. I stopped doing 3 days. But in 4 days, it's easy and it's a little bit more, you can digest the information. There's a lot of stuff to go through. So the shorter time it is, the more intense it's going to be. But what we can do is take a group of people and train you guys, teach you guys how to speak the language. What do you do with this? Well, you can go out there and make a living being a coach and go out there and share the gift with others. Learn how to align people's names and to move them into a vibration of power instead of feeling powerlessness. Okay, you could use it just for your own personal, as a piece or a modality inside of your already existing business. You can use it to have clarity inside of the business that you do have, by being able to know your clients or being able to know what days are good days to do things or what times of the year it's going to be or how to plan, how to forecast, how to actually set a goal into motion so that you know what you're dealing with. You imagine building a house being like, okay, now I'll be back. I gotta get a hammer. And you go to the store and buy a hammer and you come back, you're like, okay, now I got to go get some nails. You go to the store and go get some nails. Like, this is going to take a while. Okay, now I got to get some wood. I'm going to go back to the store and get some wood. What if you were able to have a blueprint, a plan, and a complete set, an index of numbers or an index of definitions that you could take with you to any work site, whether it be the work you do in your soul, to the work you do in your bedroom, to the work you do in the boardroom. Depending on wherever you need to go, numerology has a wonderful, wonderful way of demystifying, in a very mystical way, demystifying the code of the gods and codes of the universe. This is the fingerprint of God right in front of you. So for me, I'm super blessed and absolutely unspeakably honored. This is an untellably sacred, this is such a secret school of mystery knowledge. And we're in a time now where the veil has been lifted and the consciousness is raising. And it is safe. It is safe to usher in this information. But I tell you something, this stuff holds a lot of power, an extraordinary amount of power. If you misuse it and if you abuse it, there's a price you pay that's way higher than my court. I hold myself to an unbelievable level of ethical standards and moral values that I believe, feel, and truly trust what I'm doing with this and why I'm here and why I'm bringing it to the world. You have to look yourself in the mirror and really think, what am I doing this for? What's the point of this? Why am I here? What do I need to bring to the world? What do I need to know? And I promise you, it's the most unbelievable course you'll ever take. This is the math class they didn't teach you in business, the math class they didn't teach you in algebra, they didn't teach you in calculus. This is the absolute unbelievable, undeniable numerology. This is a philosophy and a study based on the vibration and the definition of how numbers show up. So what we're going to do for you is, usually I charge $26.99 US for a 4-day course. In this case, what we're going to do for you, because we're especially putting this out together, it's only going to be $22.22. And I can also split it up into payment plans. You put a deposit down, and you can pay me monthly at whatever's comfortable for a small charge on top of that. But I do accept PayPal, and I will absolutely be providing recordings, and I'll absolutely be providing tools. Absolutely will be providing everything you need to be successful in your world, whether you go on to be the world's next top numerologist or you just go off to go and save your own family, save your own life. But take this into consideration, guys. This is the most impactful and important tool and key to the entire universe, is to know how the code was written. And now you have the chance right before you to go out there and actually learn it yourself. Have a great day, my friends. We'll see you guys on the inside.